Hello everyone. Thank you so much for being here. For sharing your time and your energy in this space. Today we're gonna get a message. See what needs to come through. We have the Queen of Pentacles. This is water, earth energy associated with the Sephirah of Binah. Forgive me, I'm still learning about the tree of life and such. You are building something, but what is it that you're building for yourself or others? These higher Sephirah are representative of the ether, I believe. They are representative of the highest ancient energy, the universal energy. And if I'm not mistaken, Binah is associated with the feminine, the divine feminine energy. For some of you, this is saying that you need to connect with your feminine energy in order to become more aware and more open to knowledge and to the secrets of what is. Others of you, I feel, are again working towards something. You're trying to create something. For some of you, this could be something of a spiritual nature. Perhaps you are also a tarot reader, or perhaps you do other divinatory practices or other ways to help the collective. And it doesn't have to be spiritual in a more traditional context. It could be adding your spiritual insight into your art or into your music. I heard Jericho. I don't know. There's this song that I'm thinking about. I don't remember what her name is or the song, unfortunately, so that's not gonna help much. But when people sing about very esoteric and very sacred knowledge and they put that in their music, it's very powerful. And so what I'm seeing here is somebody is creating something that can really help people. Some people are doubting if this is something that's really going to help the collective. But you need to know that it is. The knowledge that you are bringing to people is truly something that's going to help them. People to find balance and people to reflect on who they really are. There's always going to be the people who are afraid of what you have to say because you speak the truth. And there are those people that are going to run away because they don't want to face it. And at the end of the day, what your job is here to do is to put the information out there and allow those who are ready to hear it. And those who are not, at least the information's there for when they are ready, if ever. But that has to come from within them. You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink. And as a healer, it's important to recognize and accept that you can't save everybody. And as a matter of fact, there's no one that you or I or anybody on this planet can save but ourselves. It is when we are ready to hear what needs to be heard and to heal what needs to be healed and to work on what needs to be worked on that we have saved ourselves. Once we put in that work towards that. If you are looking for somebody outside of you, regardless if it's a god or goddess or God, or regardless if it is a family member, I'm seeing a father figure, regardless of if it's your partner or a friend, your best friend, at the end of the day, nobody can save you. Not a single person or entity can save you. The truth is, we need to save ourselves. And what I mean by that is, again, these energies are here to help. But at the end of the day, the information that they bless upon us is either going to be retained and appreciated and acknowledged and worked on, or it's going to be shunned. Heard these two. Okay, so we have the 2 of coins and the 10 of wands, Chokma and Malkuth. So here they are. I believe that Chokma is the one that represents the masculine energy here. And with the 2 of coins and this masculine energy, in part with this feminine energy, I'm seeing about this balance that we were mentioning earlier. Now with Malkuth, that's more of the, I believe it is of the physical realm, or of the self, or is that Yesod? Let me see. I brought my notes with me, but it's been a while, so let's see. Okay. So Yesod is the foundation. We're all emanated and connects and engage with the physical reality. Now Malkuth is of matter, of the 4 elements of the physical reality, outward visible results of the invisible etheric activity. And within the pillar, Malkuth is in the center. And both sides, because there are 3 pillars, not just 2. On one side we have the feminine, on the other side we have the masculine, or of light and dark, so to speak. But it's in the middle that we find that balance, that center point. And it is, what I'm seeing here is Kether and Malkuth directly connecting. So what I'm seeing for somebody here, and I'm not saying that this is what it is traditionally, okay? This is just what I'm seeing here. Somebody's been looking for answers outside of them. But in truth, you are fully capable. Even if you deny it, even if you don't see it, even if you think that you're not, you are completely capable of downloading and connecting with the universal energy directly. I'm seeing as if Kether and Malkuth are directly connected. And yes, they are connected. Let's see. What else here? Saturn in Sagittarius. We have Jupiter in Capricorn. Oh, I actually have a book that can help us with this. So let's see about this energy here as well. Let me check the time. Alright, so let's check Jupiter in Capricorn really quick. Jupiter, those are the houses. And this is the book that I'm referring to, by the way. Let's see. So Jupiter in Capricorn. It says, for Jupiter in Capricorn, getting on track with their master plan is what makes life feel most fun. Hard work can be like a form of therapy for them, and often there is nothing more satisfying to them than checking off one of their many to-dos. This sign's greatest joy is in making progress towards a worthy goal and having their hard work recognized so they can be seen as an authority in their field. These powerhouses can achieve anything they set their mind to as long as they're doing it for an important purpose that brings them excitement. So I feel like this can be an energy that you connect with. So for some of you, finding this balance is something that's going to help you within your career field, and thus also helping you connect with others and being able to share that energy and that progress and what you learn and those goals with other people, and inspire those people to do the same within themselves. Okay. So let's see. Saturn in Sagittarius. Saturn houses. Saturn. So let me go back really quick. Jupiter is your greatest joy and Saturn is your greatest challenge. Okay, so in order to reach your fullest joy, your greatest joy, you're going to have to work through those challenges that you are facing. Okay, now let's see. Saturn in Sagittarius. The biggest challenge for Saturn in Sagittarius is to find their own answers. I got chills. Instead of relying on other teachers, experts, or gurus to give them guidance on how to live. They are here to discover their own belief system that is free from their thoughts or opinions, free from the thoughts or opinions of others. At the same time, they may never feel like they know enough to become an expert themselves and will seek out additional degrees or certifications to prove their wisdom is sound. They need to learn that their valuable life experiences alone can qualify them to teach and guide others. Yes, wow, I keep getting chills. You may be relying too heavily on others to be that middle ground, on somebody to save you, and the reality is you are directly connected, but you're stressing yourself out to where you feel so overwhelmed. And it's understandable because, we're raised to depend on each other in unhealthy ways. It's important to depend on each other in healthy ways or balanced ways, Like if you are a manager and you have a team, you have to trust your team that when you delegate a task, that it's going to get done to the best of its ability. You can't micromanage it either. Let's see, the next one we have is the 10 of Pentacles. So we went from the 10 of Wands to the 10 of Pentacles. This is Malkuth as well. This is Mercury in Virgo. Okay. Virgo is a feminine sign, and Mercury, if I am correct, is associated with communication. So let's see, Mercury. It says your instincts and communication style. Your interest and communication style. Okay, so let's see. In Virgo, it says Mercury in Virgo. Those born with Mercury in Virgo have a focused mind that notices every detail, but they need to make sure they regularly take time to zoom out and see the bigger picture to ensure that they are focusing on the right things. They can be very self-critical because they are constantly looking for things to improve. So it's best to do work that will put this skill to good use. Because they're so analytical, they generally avoid discussing their feelings. Possible interest: accounting, animals' health and healing, nature, ritual work, herbalism, gardening, construction, science, technology, medicine, writing, and working with their hands. Okay. And you see, the beautiful thing about this energy as well is being detail oriented in order to create the best version of whatever it is that you are trying to manifest. And the good thing about this is that we see that this is something that will bring abundance, that will bring that balance, that will bring blessings in the physical. Okay. 1010 may be significant to you, or 222 perhaps. You may be seeing a lot of twos as well. Let me see. I'm gonna pull from one more of these or one of those. Okay, I'm hearing one more. So let's see. If my phone doesn't cut off, one more of these. Okay. So we have the Seven of Cups. Forgive me if I'm pronouncing this incorrectly. Netzar? I don't remember how to pronounce it. This is Venus in Scorpio. Seven of Cups. Seven of Cups is about choices and having options. Let's see. Venus can be a sign or is a planet of love and luxury, of physical reality, and of feminine energy. So let's see. Venus, your values and desires. So Venus in Scorpio. Venus in Scorpio longs to dive deep and understand the inner workings of people and things around them. They make intense lovers and strategic business people because they take the things they value very seriously. They are lured in by the idea of transformation, renewal, and rebirth. So they need to be able to continually evolve in whatever they choose to do. They work best with people who are loyal, brave, observant, intimidating, mysterious, passionate, powerful, deep, and determined, just like a Scorpio. It doesn't say just like a Scorpio, I'm just saying that. So pretty much with like-minded people who also have this desire to evolve and to change. And just because you're open to evolving and changing and stuff doesn't mean that you're not afraid of the chaos that is usually stirred up when the tower moment falls, when the unexpected changes happen in your life. You could be hoping, praying, and wishing and manifesting changes in your life, and things may be falling apart, which I think is a general consensus of energies that we are all experiencing right now with all these planetary alignments, and we just had the full moon as well. So I'm definitely seeing that things have been overwhelming. This is reminding you that it is your option to recognize that these doors that you're looking for something outside of you to open for you, these doors are in fact already there. It's just up to you to open it or not. To see this, to see that they are there, to see the details. What is it that you're trying to bring into fruition here? Let's see. With my other notes. This one is number 7. My notes are very messy here. Number 7. I didn't put a pronunciation, but it's associated with victory. Netzach. I think that was it. Extreme polarity, all possibilities, how you might experience, perceive, or feel something. It is about balance of the individual and the collective. It is a thought form into physical. So yeah, I mean, this is literally manifesting what is in your mind into the physical. This is bringing things together. This is kind of like that middle ground, even though it's not the middle Sephira or anything. But what I'm seeing this here is like that middle ground. So with this being said, again, you don't need a middleman. The middle ground is the alchemical change that occurs when your thought form becomes that reality. Energy cannot be created nor destroyed, only transferred or transmuted. And the beautiful thing of this is that we can always, at any point, stop what we're doing and decide to do a 180 and make a change. And this is reminding me of something that D.H. Thorne posted recently. And I really appreciate him for communicating this. Is about things that he feels that he did not know at the time, and he stands by his work, but some of the things he has changed to a way that he's beginning to change his perspective on certain things. And the beautiful thing of this is, despite what other people think of us and despite what other people demand or expect or think they need from us, or whatever the case is, excuse me, at the end of the day, it's up to you. It's up to you to make changes that you need to make. It's up to you to recognize that it's okay to be wrong. It's okay to recognize when we are wrong, or when we can do something better, or when we didn't have all of the knowledge or the skills or whatever it is that we needed at the time. But to acknowledge and appreciate and understand that we were exactly where we needed to be for the time that we were there. There's nothing wrong with reinventing yourself. And people want to think, oh, you switched it up, or oh, you changed. Yeah, and you didn't. And yeah, you don't. You can be comfortable doing the same thing the same way for the rest of your life. Or you can get up and be like, fuck what people think, and change it up. Because at the end of the day, it's your life. And people are either going to be there and support you, or they're going to run away and think that you're the bad guy. You know what? Fuck it. Think what you want. But you're a human being too, and I doubt you're perfect, because nobody's perfect. So obviously, I'm not perfect. You're not perfect. Nobody is perfect. It is through our experiences that we can learn from each other, but we can't depend on each other to save each other. It's important to be there for each other. I'm seeing people really going within and really reflecting and really seeing we really don't know shit. There's so much that we don't know. And during this time, with all these changes, it is overwhelming. It is stressful. It is exhausting. If you see it, I'm pretty sure that you can agree. Let's see. Okay. 8 of Wands. Interesting. Renove. 27. Eight of Wands. What I'm seeing with this here is about moving forward anyway. Creating those changes that you need to in your life anyway. Okay. Stolas. Page of Cups in reverse. And Amon. 2 of Pentacles in reverse. So we have the 2 of Pentacles again. There are going to be people, places, and things that try to confine you, that try to define you, that try to put you in a fucking box. And it's okay to be like, fuck that. I'm not gonna fit in your fucking box. I'm not gonna shove myself in there and be what you want me to be and mold myself into what you think I should be. And that's good. And that's good. And you know what? A true friend, somebody who really cares, they're still gonna love you. And they're still gonna support you. I was having this conversation with a good friend of mine. And you know, it was pretty much going in the direction of like, people are gonna show who they really are. And when the going gets tough, some people are gonna run out of your life or blame you for things instead of taking responsibility for it. And you know what? Fuck it. When you see somebody's true colors, take that as the truth of what is. But also recognize and understand that we've all been in some place at some point in our life. It's not about taking a higher ground. It's not about anybody being better than anybody else. No. That's not what it's about. I saw 808, by the way. 888 may be significant to you, telling us to be aware of our perceptions and to be aware of the cycles that we find ourselves stuck in. Page of Pentacles. And the 9 of Pentacles in reverse. This is random, but I'm getting this energy of somebody or something or a job breadcrumbing you or stringing you along, or I saw 8 again. There's this energy of needing to understand that unfortunately there's always going to be somebody who takes for granted and takes advantage of genuine energy. But that's not in any way, shape, or form indicating for you to stop being genuine to who you are. Let that be a confirmation for you to fight. Fight for your truth. And not in a way, I'm not talking about actually like physically fighting about certain things. I am seeing self-defense though, so that could be a confirmation to somebody if something gets a certain way. Fighting for your independence, fighting for your freedom. I was having this conversation with my father because he watches a lot of news and he's really keeping track of what's going on in Russia and Ukraine. And there was something that he said about America, of course. There's this saying of, it's in the U.S. Constitution, I believe. And it's, give me freedom or give me death. And I told him, no, Dad. It's not give me freedom or give me death. It's more like give me freedom or else you'll fucking regret it. And he laughed. Because I don't believe that anybody deserves our freedom. What do I mean by that? We deserve our freedom. I saw 111, by the way. We deserve freedom, and it doesn't fucking matter where you're from. There are going to be people, places, things, jobs, politicians. There's going to be all of this type of energy trying to take your power away from you, trying to reduce who you are, trying to make you believe you're less than what you actually really are. You don't need the confirmation of all this fake bullshit to recognize how fucking powerful you are and how much you deserve your freedom. As long as you're not harming anybody, nobody has a say. And it's so disgusting and repulsive and like such an icky, like fucking aggravating, like angry energy that there's dictators that exist, that there's others that are trying to take our power away from us and pretend like they give a fuck. Well, those with eyes to see, is plain as day that it's bullshit. Fight for your freedom. Because that is going to be the number one thing worth fighting for. Oh, I'm feeling a lot of energy right now. And earlier, when I had a couple burps, I was gonna mention how I feel like somebody is trying to put energy. There's a lot of people out there trying to put energies to keep people silent, to keep people small. How do you have control over people? By making them think that they don't have control over themselves. By making them think that you are the leader and can lead. And that's not a good thing, to take advantage. That's fucked up. And all of these fucking leaders have the fucking audacity damn. Okay. Yeah. This energy is saying don't give up. Despite what's going on in the world, do what you can to uplift yourself and the people around you. And stop looking for answers where there are lies. Start trusting yourself more than anyone or anything that exists. But being honest with yourself, I'm not saying trusting self-deception. That's not what I'm talking about here. But trusting in your intuition. It is the six senses that are the most connected to truth, because the other senses only perceive very limited. Even animals can see, hear, and detect more than we can. We need to stop thinking like we know everything as humanity, and to just follow our intuition. Change is coming whether we like it or not, but it's our choice to be harbingers of positive change, or to just sit around on our ass and wait until the tower falls and where we have no choice. Connect. I saw 555. The changes that you have been wanting to make in your life, Spirit is trying to help you make those changes, because it's not only going to help you, it's going to help so many people around you, and even people that you don't know. You are meant to be an inspiration and a light that this world needs, and especially now of all times. Shine bright like the fucking diamond, amazing rarity that you are. Because the world needs you. The universe needs you, because you were incarnated and brought here to help bring about this change. It is up to all of us. We all have a part in this. And we can pretend based on the fact that we have forgotten, in a general societal sense, who we really are and what we're really here to do. Allowing the distractions to keep us stuck. Fuck that. It's time. But we have to start within. As within, so without. As above, so below. We cannot be change if we do not become the change. So we need to stop being so afraid of breaking down old patterns that don't fucking work. It's obvious. The only way for things to progress is for things to progress. All of the greatest inventors and all of the smartest scientists were told that they were fucking crazy at some point or another. And we would not be where we are, knowing the information we know, without those people that were like, fuck what you think. Let me continue to work on how I can prove that this is real, that this will work, that this can help us. Every invention, before it became popular at some point, probably had a bunch of people being like, the fuck you think you're doing? Like the plane. People were probably like, you think you're gonna make a vehicle that flies? You know? And look, we have planes, we have helicopters, and there's so much other things. There's so much more unlimited potential that we can tap into, that we should be tapping into. And sometimes it's easier than other times. But as long as we're trying to make a conscious effort, then that's all that we can do. It's okay to admit that we have made mistakes. Every single person has. I have. I made plenty of mistakes. Trust me. I have experiences that people probably would never think that I've had. And I'm sure that you do as well. But it is through sharing our experiences that we can help those who are suffering through those experiences, or, really at their wits' end, to show them that there is a way out. You can lend a hand to someone who's in a pit, but they have to reach up. They can't just look at the hand and all of a sudden they're out. It takes effort. But at the end of the day, again, we need to help ourselves and each other. All right? So I'm going to leave this here. This, I wasn't realizing I went way longer than I intended to. But yeah, this needed to be the energy that came through and channeled and everything. So here we are. All right. I love you guys. Remember that you are amazing, that you're loved, that you're appreciated, that you deserve better, and that we should work towards being better for ourselves and for each other in a genuine sense. And working towards uplifting, because there's nowhere else but up, right? All right, love you guys. Take care, and I hope to see you next time I see you, whenever that's gonna be. All right, bye.